Does pool water damage hair? There's nothing quite like taking a refreshing dip in the pool to cool off on a hot summer day. While you enjoy your summer fun, you of course want to keep your hair looking and feeling great all summer long. Here's how pool water can affect your hair, and how to avoid damage to your hair from pool water. How does pool water affect hair? The last thing we want to do is put a damper on your summer fun. But the unfortunate truth is that frequent exposure to pool water can have a negative effect on your hair if you're not careful. The main offender in pool water is chlorine. And while you may be thinking that all pool owners are secretly conspiring to ruin your beautiful head of hair, you wouldn't want to swim in a pool if it didn't have chlorine. The chemical prevents bacteria and algae growth, keeping swimming pools looking clear rather than filled with green slime. But in order to do its job right, it needs to suppress the functioning of organic materials, which includes your hair. Chlorine will leave pools mild enough to swim in for quite a long time without any detectable problems. But the chemical does strip your hair of the natural oils that keep your hair and scalp moisturized and nourished. As a result, your hair will often feel especially dry a couple of days after you swim. Taking frequent swims may start to affect the overall health of your hair and scalp as your hair struggles to maintain enough natural oils. Can pool water turn my hair green? If you have blonde hair, you may have heard that pool water can start to turn your hair green. While this may sound like an old wives' tale, there's actually some truth to it. In this case, the problem has to do with oxidized metals often found in pool water, not chlorine. You know how the Statue of Liberty used to be a copper color because it's, well, made out of copper, but turned green? The same principle applies here when you expose your hair to oxidized metals. Chlorine can also start to become a factor in accelerating the absorption of oxidized metals since it can make your hair strands more porous. While you won't suddenly look like the Joker after swimming in a pool, taking lots of dips in the pool can add a greenish hue to lighter hair. How to avoid hair damage from pools? One obvious way to avoid hair damage from pools is to not swim very often, but what fun is that? You can still enjoy plenty of time in the water while keeping your hair healthy. One trick is to rinse your hair before diving in. Having pre-soaked hair makes it less likely your hair will absorb new water from the pool containing harsh chemicals or metals. It's best to rinse your hair off right after you exit the pool to rid your hair of the punishing chlorine. Washing your hair and using conditioner to replenish your hair with moisture and nutrients will also go a long way in keeping your hair healthy. Products such as Paul Mitchell Systems Clarifying Shampoo, Sexy Hair Color Safe Detox Shampoo, and Mitch Heavy Hitter Shampoo can be used 2 or 3 times a month to safely reduce chlorine buildup in your hair.